From above, Vernon Valley looks like the perfect place to escape. But hidden among the forests of this rural oasis are the remains of one of New Jersey's most infamous abandoned resorts, the Playboy Club Hotel. Once a symbol of luxury and excess, today it's a crumbling monument to a forgotten era. And the Playboy Resort isn't the only dream that fell apart here. Just minutes away are the abandoned safari of jungle habitat, the notorious Action Park, and other attractions whose stories ended in disaster, controversy, or abandonment. By the end of this flight, you can decide for yourself whether it's all just coincidence or whether this corner of New Jersey is really cursed. In the 1960s, Vernon Valley in Sussex County, New Jersey, emerged as one of the Northeast's newest resort destinations with the opening of two major ski areas, Great Gorge and the aptly named Vernon Valley. As the region's popularity grew, it caught the attention of Playboy magazine founder Hugh Hefner, who saw an opportunity to expand his resort empire. The area offered the perfect combination of natural beauty and convenience, located just a short drive from New York City. Hefner envisioned creating a luxurious escape where visitors could enjoy a world-class resort without traveling far from one of the world's largest population centers. In 1972, his dream was realized. The result was an 8-story, 600-room resort built from concrete, steel, limestone, and redwood, blending late modern and brutalist architecture. The hotel's geometric patterns and long horizontal wings echoed the surrounding ridgelines, allowing the massive structure to blend surprisingly well into the landscape. At its peak, the resort hosted legendary performers, including Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., Liza Minnelli, and Tony Bennett. The 1,000-acre property featured amenities such as a 27-hole golf course, Olympic-sized swimming pool, cabaret, tennis courts, jacuzzis, fitness center, and a grand ballroom. Everything seemed to be falling into place. Crowds arrived by the thousands, celebrities filled the ballroom, and plans were already underway to secure a casino license that promised an even brighter future. It looked as though Vernon had found its crown jewel. But beneath the glamour, trouble was already beginning to surface. Not every story connected to the Playboy Resort was one of luxury and excess. One of its darkest chapters involved a horrific crime committed against several of its employees. In 1978, 12 women, 6 of whom were Playboy bunnies employed by the resort, were invited to what they believed was a private party at a local residence near Glenwood Lake. Instead, they became the victims of a horrifying scheme. 5 local men allegedly drugged the women and sexually assaulted them while photographing and videotaping the abuse. The perpetrators then used those images to blackmail the victims into surrendering money, cars, and even transporting illegal drugs under the threat that the material would be made public. When police eventually raided the home, they recovered roughly 50 videotapes, 70 photographs, and firearms that had been used to intimidate and extort the victims. While the case generated terrible publicity for the resort, the damaging headline was insignificant compared to the devastating trauma these women endured. Although the incident left a lasting mark on the resort's reputation, it was not what ultimately sealed its fate. The primary reason for the Playboy Resort's downfall was not controversy, it was politics. Hugh Hefner first set his sights on Vernon in the early 1970s, New Jersey was considering expanding legalized gambling beyond Atlantic City. Those plans never came to fruition. Instead, the state passed the Casino Control Act, restricting casino gambling exclusively to Atlantic City. Without the ability to operate a casino, the resort lost the revenue stream Playboy believed was essential to making the property financially sustainable. By the early 1980s, Playboy had sold the resort, bringing its chapter in Vernon to an end. But the Playboy Resort was only the beginning. In the years that followed, Vernon would watch one ambitious attraction after another disappear. An abandoned safari park where exotic animals once roamed, a water park that became infamous around the world for all the wrong reasons. For a place once envisioned as New Jersey's premier vacation destination, it's remarkable how many grand dreams in this valley ultimately came to an end. The first domino to fall after the Playboy Resort was Jungle Habitat. Opened by Warner Brothers in 1972, the drive-through safari park promised visitors an unforgettable adventure with hundreds of exotic animals roaming freely across hundreds of acres. But the dream quickly unraveled. Animal attacks on both visitors and employees, repeated escapes involving dangerous wildlife, and severe traffic congestion that overwhelmed local roads generated constant controversy. As attendance declined and operating costs mounted, Jungle Habitat closed after just 4 seasons. Today, abandoned roads, crumbling animal enclosures, and forgotten infrastructure are slowly being reclaimed by the forest. Just a few miles away stood another attraction that would earn worldwide notoriety, Action Park. Marketed as the place where visitors could experience thrills unlike anywhere else, the park instead became infamous for serious injuries, repeated accidents, and multiple fatalities. A lack of adequate safety oversight, dangerous ride designs, and a growing number of lawsuits eventually damaged the park's reputation beyond repair. Although parts of the property live on today as Mountain Creek Water Park, Action Park has become one of the most infamous cautionary tales in amusement park history. Taken individually, each of these places has its own explanation. The Playboy Resort fell victim to changing laws and economics. Jungle Habitat struggled with the enormous challenges of operating a wildlife park. Action Park became a symbol of poor safety and reckless management. Yet together, they tell a much larger story. In a valley once envisioned as New Jersey's premier destination for recreation and entertainment, one ambitious venture after another ultimately came to an end. So what do you think? Was Vernon simply the victim of bad timing, bad decisions, and bad luck? Or is there something uniquely ill-fated about this remarkable corner of New Jersey? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this aerial journey through one of New Jersey's most fascinating forgotten places, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. I explore abandoned landmarks, hidden history, scenic landscapes, and unique destinations across New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, all from perspectives you rarely get to see. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure.